We're going to start with opening the ticket, and then we're going to look at the configuration on how the SLA is actually calculated. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open a ticket for William Smith. And once I've opened the ticket, I will choose the flow, and the flow is bound to SLA calculation. I will choose the default flow. I will try to simulate a problem. For example, customer does not get enough bandwidth. And I will save it, and we can see that because we have configured SLA, we have actually started to calculate the SLA. So this ticket is due in 3 hours and 59 minutes currently. And if we go in on SLA records, we can see that we have a custom closed SLA that is calculated, and it has elapsed 16 seconds, and we have a deadline in 4 hours. Go back to the ticket, and we will add a post. We will actually choose to go to advanced troubleshooting, and we need technician to look into this one. Save it, and we're still working on the ticket, so it's actually measuring the SLA still. But as a technician, we can now close the ticket, and we can say that we have solved it. And just click save, and we can see that the SLA has now stopped calculating on this ticket. If we go in on SLA records, we can see that we have actually stopped the SLA calculation. It took 1 minute and 6 seconds. If we then go to SLA graph, shows different SLAs on one and the same ticket, so that could be multiple. We can measure different variants of SLA on one and each ticket. And if I would like to show you how that is done, I go to ticket and SLA settings, and we have different SLA types that is calculated on different ticket flows. We can see that our custom closed have a 4-hour deadline. If we go into details on that one, we can see that it's bound to the default ticket flow, and the default ticket flow was part of the ticket that we actually opened. So we can see that it's bound to a specific plugin called custom closed. So if we go to the plugin custom closed, it's a plugin created in .NET according to our templates. We also chip the ticket SLA with assign within, closed, initial response, update required as well as an example. And then in ticket SLA you also have the report follow-up where you can go in and look at the ticket and how they have calculated different SLAs. So you can see that our ticket is located on the top here, and we can see that it's completed, and we have actually calculated custom closed on this ticket. But it's also possible to see other tickets that has multiple SLA that is being calculated. For example, this ticket has both custom closed, we can see that time have been stopped, and we also calculate initial response on this ticket. So, and if we go into SLA records on this one, we can see that we have multiple calculations going on the same time. And we could, for example, measure our custom closed, but we could also measure how long did it take for the initial response to the customer, for example. It's also possible to define your own holidays and office hours, and you can define that in the user interface, and then the plugins is taking care of the calculation on that as well.